You wouldn't believe some of the jobs that are considered the most dangerous in the world. From a career that takes you to the bottom of the ocean to one that has you fight literal wildfires. What are the world's most dangerous jobs? You might be surprised at what it takes to get on this list. Number 10, deep sea fishing. It might seem like a peaceful job, but deep sea fishing is actually one of the most dangerous professions on the planet. Just ask Captain Charlestown, who spent 37 years as a fisherman before retiring in 2018. In that time, he experienced everything from shipwrecks to deadly storms to close calls with giant whales. One wrong move in the wrong weather conditions, and you could end up like Gary Storms, a fisherman who disappeared off the coast of South Carolina in 2015. His overturned boat was found, but Gary's body was never recovered. Number 9, mining. From dangerous cave-ins to harmful gases, mining can be a risky business. But that doesn't stop people like Bernie Hill, who worked in coal mines for 60 years. Bernie has seen his fair share of accidents, including the infamous 1966 coal mining disaster, in which an explosion killed 36 miners. Even today, mining is considered one of the most dangerous jobs in America, with coal miners having the second highest rate of work-related deaths. Number 8, firefighting. When you think of firefighting, you might think of the recent hero firefighters who risked their lives to save people and animals during the 2018 California wildfires. But firefighting is dangerous no matter where you are in the world. In Canada, firefighters face scorching temperatures, dangerous smoke levels, and unpredictable terrain. And it's not just the heat that's dangerous. In 2017, a wildfire in Fort McMurray, Canada claimed 2 firefighter lives. Number 7, logging. If you've ever wondered how lumber gets from the forest to your house, you might want to consider becoming a logger. Just kidding. Unless you have a death wish, this job is extremely dangerous. In 2017, a logger from Oregon named Kevin Bright was working with his father when a falling tree struck him, causing fatal injuries. With heavy machinery and sharp tools, logging is one of the most hazardous professions out there. Number 6, construction. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, construction workers are 6 times more likely to die on the job than workers in other industries. That's why many construction companies are taking steps to improve safety on construction sites. But even with all the safety precautions in the world, construction can be a dangerous profession. Ask anyone who's worked on a construction site, and they'll tell you about the time they, or someone they know, almost fell off a ladder or had an accident with a jackhammer. Number 5, airplane pilot. The last thing you want when you're flying an airplane is to run into some turbulence. But even if you're a seasoned pilot, sometimes the unexpected can happen. Just ask Sully Sullenberger, the pilot who safely landed a disabled plane on the Hudson River in 2009. Without his quick thinking, all 155 people on board would have likely died. Sully's story is just one of many. Every year, pilots around the world risk their lives to keep passengers safe. Number 4, police officer. In 2017, a police officer from Florida named Joseph Scott Morgan was responding to a call when he was struck by a car. The driver who hit him, Maritza Urdaneta, was later charged with DUI manslaughter. Unfortunately, Joseph is not the only police officer who has lost his life in the line of duty. In fact, according to the Officer Down Memorial page, 45 officers have been killed in the line of duty so far this year. Number 3, military. Whether you're fighting in a war zone or training for combat, being in the military is a dangerous profession. Just ask Army veteran Shannon Gaffar, who was injured from an improvised explosive device while on patrol in Iraq. She suffered a traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress disorder, which led to her medical discharge from the military. Although she's no longer in the military, Shannon still faces the effects of her injuries every day. Number 2, doctor. Doctors are often considered heroes, and for good reason. They save lives every day. But being a doctor can be a dangerous profession. In 2015, a doctor from New York named Matthew Liotta was performing a routine tonsillectomy when his throat was accidentally cut open by a surgical instrument. He managed to stop the bleeding and was later taken to the hospital, but not before leaving a bloody mess in the operating room. No. 1. Surgeon. If you're afraid of needles, you definitely don't want to be a surgeon. These medical professionals use needles and sharp instruments all day long, and it's not uncommon for them to stick themselves. But that's not the only hazard surgeons face. In 2014, a surgeon from Texas named Patrick Newton was performing a surgery when he accidentally cut off a woman's finger. Mistakes like this are rare, but they can happen to even the most experienced surgeons. That's why it's important for surgeons to be well trained and use extreme caution when performing surgery. Otherwise, they could end up on this list.